thought Jitter was a fantastic prospect given a massive opportunity, but he wasn't able to live up to it at this point in time. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding a new home in ECL. I'm sure he will get somewhere very quickly, and we'll be seeing more of him now. But I want him to return to that Secret Club form, that Jitter that was towards the top of the line. I thought it was like Jitter and Saturn that had the potential to be kind of that future, those young guns that would come in and show up some of the older players that have stuck around here for a while. So I hope Jitter can come back, but having Clasia back on Carpe Diem is going to be a nice buff for them. They'll like to have him back, and we'll see how this pistol round goes. It's Carpe on the attack, Bad News Bears on CT's side, and around the world up through Con, Pluto wise to fall away.
All right, here comes Carpe Diem charging on forward. Like you mentioned, Pluto, good idea to fall back here, but he's still going to get trapped into the bathrooms unless Carpe Diem don't clear him out at all. And Swan is dealing damage to Hex. Now Wiz finally comes in to clean Pluto's block. And, I mean, it's a battle on this A site to get control. And it appears, though, Carpe Diem have it, but momentarily only because there's still Swan around the corner. That one helps a lot. Wiz catches off Spongy, then Clasia drops Swan. There's his first frag back on the Carpe Diem roster. As Momo will just have to hang back here and hope he can pop some heads. That's not a bad shot.
He's popping some heads. He's going to look for a couple more and then bring it to a 1v1. It's definitely doable, but this is the problem with retaking A on Overpass. There's so many different angles, especially in a 1v3. Too many different angles for Momo. He gets blindsided by Wiz. 3 kills for Wiz on the pistol round 2 was a good start for him. And he's someone who kind of has fallen off as of late as well in this Carpe Diem roster. So seeing him towards the top of the scoreboard early is a very good sign for Carpe. It's going to be a force up though from the Bad News Bears. A pair of Scouts, an MP9, a 5.7, and a Deagle in hand. Carpe Diem with some Galils, an AK, and a MAC-10. Walker will be holding on to that SMG, and B pressure coming through from the T side. We're going to get some early picks towards the B site. It's a standard 3-2 setup, though, from the Bad News Bears. And playing the close range angles over towards B with these SMGs is no bad play. The Scouts are over towards A. They've really thought this through about how they want to play these positions with the guns they have.
Clasia, I want to move up here. And the Bad News Bears, 3 players up close and personal with this force by Swan and Pluto, both on the scout. And Swan's going to be watching that connector spot. He does tag Chop, so good job. And he gets away without taking more damage. Swan continues to hold on A site, and Carpe Diem have to make a decision now. Where do they go? 59 seconds left. It looks like they're going to be setting up for some utility towards that A site. Swan's still watching. He knows he's tagged 1, and he wants to finish the job.
Is he going to be able to, though? Is he going to get overwhelmed? He's blinded. Wisely ducks back. He'll tag another, and that's going to be some good damage for the SMG or pistols to mop up, or even the other scout of Pluto. Running around, though, Walko's clearing the close angles, and the bomb can go down relatively quickly right now. Back dice plant. Clasia is closing the gap, keeping an eye on Bang. Drops a flashbang back as well. And Clasia wants to be the tip of the spear here on this post plant. He wants to take these players down as soon as possible and get into the groove with a new squad. I guess not really new squad, but his return to the lineup. He's going to do just that with the opener. Sprays for a second, taken down by Spongy. Now the kills just come through all the way for Carpe Diem. It's a mop-up job. And only Clasia the one to fall, only losing the SMG in the end. Carpe Diem happy to put down the force.
Yeah, Jitter was the player picked up to replace Clasia back in the day, right? It was almost his 3rd season playing with the roster, and he's the one who takes the fall for Clasia's return. So 2-0 in favor of Carpe Diem. Again, it's a big firepower boost for Carpe Diem. There's no question. We can't argue it at all. I wouldn't have been able to say that as comfortably 3 seasons ago because Jitter was so good with Secret Club. But yeah, with the way Jitter's been playing lately, I think this is an upgrade for Carpe Diem. Bad News Bear is going to be stuck onto pistols here for USPSs and the P250. Sorry, you were saying, Austin?
And I feel like it's unfortunate for Jitter because it wasn't like he was cut due to lack of performance. It was more like, hey, Classy is free and we kind of want him, so sorry, man, you got to go. It's a little rough there, but...
Well, I mean, I feel like performance had an impact in some way because Jitter wasn't necessarily at the level that Carpe Diem was hoping for, and they've really been performing well throughout this season as Wiz is going to get the headshot over on Swan, 5v4 in favor of Carpe Diem, who should, for all intents and purposes, take this round.
Yeah, they should. There's no world in which they should be losing this. Of course, it would happen probably once out of 100 times. But here comes Chop, just farming some cash with the MAC-10. Shake will try and stay alive for now. Surfs into the sewer pipe. A backstab there by Wiz coming out of Con. Wiz is 6-0, and he hasn't picked up the op yet. And Chop's also performing pretty well right now, so good stuff right now for the Carpe Diem players. And Bad News Bears can finally get this test started with the rifles in hand. No op for Swan, though. I'm sure he would like to have the big green gun, but he'll be stuck on an M4A4 or A1S for now. Have not been seeing too many A4s. I think it's almost getting more and more out of fashion. Did see them for a bit, but the A4. Why are you going to use it when you can have the A1S?
Exactly. Swan, peeking into party. Hex goes for the long fight immediately and does the damage. Walco finishes off Pluto, but Pluto managed to get Hex and Walco below the 50 HP mark. That is going to help a lot, though, as Momo gets tagged down to 17 HP, so that evens things out a little bit more on the HP front. Chop, peering into the lower tunnels. Doesn't really spot out much of anything, and Hex is going to fire away a wall bang. Attempted connection on a player that might have been in short bathroom. Swan is there, but not where Hex would have thought. Interesting to see Hex using that AWP. That's why I said Wiz, because I just assumed, but must have been positioning.
It could also be Bogdan. I don't believe Hex started out with that. I think it is a shuffle. Because he's at 15 HP, Wiz has full. And I don't think I've ever seen Hex go for the primary op on this team.
No.
The years they've been together, I don't think it's ever been Hex that picks up the op, unless it's either a pick, a spawn-based pick, or it's something like this where he's low on health. Shake goes 1 for 1. Walco trades out Chop. But again, the players in the red for Carpe Diem are in ever-present danger. Molotov goes into B, and there's not really any presence towards B either from Bad News Bears. They've gambled for the A hit. This is going to work out so well for Carpe Diem. They're taking a lot of time, though, and surely the Bears are going to have to go back towards B quickly. Or are they all just being held at bay by the presence of Walco? Surely they're not going to bite the bait so hard, or are they even considering a save?
They could consider a save. I mean, the B site is completely taken, and you do have Walco who could do so much damage here. Around the corner, gets one, not the second. Momo does manage to find that trade and stay alive, and Carpe Diem, with the money that they have in their back pockets, could decide to chase a little bit more, but doesn't look like they're going to. Maybe Classy going to have a peek here in towards connector, but Carpe Diem pretty much in full control at this point. 4-0. Not much of a threat from the Bad News Bears so far, but it's still in the early days.
All Classy.
Swan. Yeah.
He didn't want to give him the AK, so he swaps to the Galil. That's the one thing that kind of revealed his own position, too. Unfortunate there for Classia, but in the end, I think it's the wise play. It's the prudent play. He might not get the kill, but he still does enough to not give the AK over to the opposition, which would be far worse a sin. Bad News Bears only saving 2 rifles as well, thanks to that kill from Walco out long. They're going to have the 2 M4s, a couple of Deagles, make it 3. But with 3 rifles, they probably would have gone for a full investment. So this completely changes the game for the Bad News Bears and gives Carpe Diem a good opportunity to grab a 5th round on the T side of Overpass. They picked this map for a reason, and it was their bread and butter. It's looking quite good right now. We'll see if they can continue this streak. This is a round, again, they should win. Swan and Momo can deal some damage. Of course, the Deagles can too. But all the advantages are in the Carpe Diem favor. Utility, guns, they have the op for Wiz. And Bad News Bears could even go down a man here as Chop's clearing through Con. He's going to have Swan back into him, takes the shot too early, has to be careful. And now it's a gun over to the hands of Sheikh Zula. What could have been the advantage for Carpe Diem is now something that could sink this ship.
Oh, Pluto's got a chance, and he nails the headshot. Walco goes down. Hex can't find the trade. This is getting so dangerous for Carpe Diem. Now they're trying to move up here. 47 seconds left. They stop the time, but Pluto connects on 2 more. Pluto, you gotta be kidding me. The 3K and all of them. 1 Deegs. Classia now the last one standing in a 1v4. It all came down to the Deagle, though, and it looks like, yes, the Bad News Bears are going to take this on an eco round. Wow, Pluto, I mean, showing why he's been so good this season with just that one play.
So good from Pluto, just knocks them down one by one. Carpe Diem stunned, and Bad News Bears with an unlikely victory, but boy does it mean a ton to them. Swan also gets an op in hand, and he's going to go straight for the peak, but Pluto again, yeah, Pluto and Momo have been doing so much for the Bad News Bears in their rookie seasons. Players to look out for down the line, definitely. And that just goes to the scouting ability of Sheikh Zula, too. Had to find a team to compete with out of pretty much nothing. Only him and Spongy remained, and he's turned Bad News Bears back into a team to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. It's just, you're right. Sheikh Zula is so good at scouting out the talent and finding the right pieces for his squad. And let's not forget, Sheikh at the beginning of the season said he thinks this squad can make the playoffs. Now, that is very much at risk here tonight because the Bad News Bears must win this BO3 to stay in that picture. And I have to check the head-to-head to see if they would actually end up on top.
Well, they'd have head-to-head over Carpe Diem.
They would, yes. But would it end up? It could be a three-way tie. Yeah, it could be a three-way tie. I don't even want to get into that. I have no idea. Like, the three-way tie stuff is crazy in terms of how it works. So we'll have to wait and see if that comes down to see who will end up getting through. But you're right. At the very least, they would have the head-to-head against Carpe Diem, but I don't think they would have it against Pain.
Yeah, I don't believe they would, but
what?
They just had a little bit of a kiss out there.
Yeah!
And that doesn't work out. Now the bomb's dropped by Swan. Shake stuck on site, and Chop doesn't clear him. Walko will trade. And now Momo will reestablish the man advantage for the Bad News Bears. Classia pops up and pops ahead. The time, it's so low. Pluto can do it again. Pluto can win the round. He's bought enough time, and he's got knives out. Classia goes in. Pluto's won the duel. He's won the round, and he'll escape with his life, surely. He fights it, and he still wins the duel. Tosses his... Oh, we got the op. He got the op on top of it. Pluto does everything. I thought he lost his gun, but no, he had an op at his feet. What a play from Pluto. Back-to-back rounds. They're both on the board for the Bad News Bears. And there's one, well, I'm going to say planet, because Pluto definitely deserves that label.
Wow, he's playing out of his mind, and it's what the Bad News Bears need. They need that fire lit under their feet, and he's doing exactly that. Now Carpe Diem forced onto a pistol buy-up. That was just well played for him, and Carpe Diem running out of time on the clock. Walko want to get taken down by none other than Pluto, who's found his 6th on the map, who's tied with the top fragger. Excuse me, he is the top frag on his team. I was going to say tied with top frag Wiz, but Walko has 7. Chop going to take down Pluto, though, so something brewing here for the Carpe Diem squad, and they pick up an A1S. That's in Hex's hands, who before Classia joined the roster was the top frag on the squad with, in fact, still the top frag on the squad. I take that back, at 286 frags and an 81.1 ADR. Swan going to get engaged upon. He goes down to 50 HP. Has to be careful here because perhaps Carpe Diem have a pistol round victory of their own coming through here.
Definitely a team with a lot of firepower. You can never count them out, despite having Deagles or Tech 9s or even a P250 in hand. Swan's got to be very careful. Wiz is closing the gap. He wants that op, and you can smell it. He wants to get that gun, and boy, would that be an upgrade for the Opera of Carpe Diem. But the time is ticking, and now T-side's going to start to take up stronger, more defensive positions. A couple around the jump-up dumpster. 3 players from Bad News Bears edging their way towards Bank. In comes utility, up goes the flash, but it's a well-timed play by Wiz. Drops the first. Swan answers back. He's looking for more with a sidearm out. Spongy goes 1 for 1. It's down to Swan and Shake versus Hext and Classia. Classia can do a lot, but he gets dropped. Look at the damage, though. Hext has it. He got both.
Yeah.
They line up.
They walked into his crosshair pretty much. They were just trying to get to the bomb. Yeah, Hext just had to hold down mouse 1 pretty much, and that was it. So Carpe Diem do indeed pull off the eco round, let's not forget. 5-2 in their favor, and, well, they return the favor to the Bad News Bears, right? 3-round lead has been restored. Bad News Bears will still have enough in the bank to get the rifles purchased up. It's going to be 3-1 A1Ss, the Op, and Spongy settling for the FAMAS. But Carpe Diem have to feel good about that previous round, as Class is going to go for the wall bang here in towards Connector. Bad News Bears have posted up 2 players at the B site, 2 towards A. You have 1 at short A and 1 all the way down long. That's Swan with a very aggressive position held with the op. It could catch Walco off guard should he choose to come around this corner. Has probably made enough noise for Swan to be aware of his positioning as well. Hext will be joined by Classy, I believe it is, in water. So there is some space gain, some map control being gained forward by Carpe Diem.
Wiz could also flash in for Walco, but it's going to come down to Swan hitting this close shot. Headshot delivered. A little overkill there from Swan, but he would love that kill, and he does. He's going to fall away, too. Does not want to overextend. That is perfect. Just gets that, falls away. Pluto's actually going to take his spot towards long, too. Better for multi-kills if they rush out through long path. But it's going to be B-site as the end. They're all grouped up towards Monster. Classy's going to ride. He's going to win that opening duel versus Spongy. Momo's there for the trade, but in comes the utility. Momo's very low. Chop is blinded, and he's somehow still alive. Goes back and forth. Wiz has got another, and Chop mows him down. It's all down to Swan to hold down the site. Pluto's on a long rotation back. Chop's got an nade, and that could do Chop in, though. Oh, it does barely any damage. Chop's lucky to be alive here. Wiz drops that smoke on site, but in comes Pluto. He's got an angle. He's got both. Surely he's got both. Wiz pops out, but it does not matter. Pluto will run him out, and he'll run out of ammunition in the meantime. 3-5 now. Carpe Diem still with 5 on the T side of Overpass, and plenty more time to get a couple on the board. Bad News Bears, thanks in massive part to Pluto, are putting things on the board. I think the win condition right now for Carpe Diem right now is kill Pluto and then worry about the rest.
Yeah, he's been alive at the end of all 3 of the Bad News Bears' round victories, so you're absolutely right. That is becoming a win condition for Carpe Diem. We're back onto the pistols, and who else but Pluto going to the aggressive pusher gets 1, 2, 3, perhaps a 4th in the cards. Yes, indeed. Pluto looking for the ace now, and he backs off of it right when Wiz peeked around that corner. But still possible for him. Wiz, the deagle in hand, peeks out. Of course, the op of Swan, ever dangerous. Wiz could just walk into his crosser at this point. He will, but Wiz hits the headshot! Oh, goodness me. And he's got an op delivered to him should he be able to get to it, but I think Pluto's going to be watching. So is Shake, and yeah, Shake finishes it off. No ace for Pluto, but another exciting moment in, I think, rounds filled with them, right, Austin? It's been very tightly contested.
It really has, and it's been a little interesting, too, just the ways the pistols are managing to do so much work. But would it be NA without the Deagles almost being better than a rifle half the time? It wouldn't. Gotta love NA. And look at this, too. The buy's almost even. An SMG for Spongy, an SMG for Walco, an op for the Oppers, rifles across the rest. And there's only 1 round separating these 2 teams. Pluto's out of utility, though, and has plenty of money, so I don't know if he dumped all of his utility already, or if he dropped it over to somebody like Shake, who doesn't have enough to get a full belt. So that could be the case here. Still, Pluto having no utility could become a liability here, though with his aim, he's kind of bailing himself out. Swan takes a shot while blind, but he splits the goalpost, kicks a field goal, and runs away. Those 3 points very unsatisfactory. It's still a 5v5, but look who's up next in line. It's Pluto. There's a flash from Swan. A counter flash, though, keeps Walco alive, but not for long as Pluto takes down 2. Chop's coming in on the flank, but Pluto doesn't care. He flicks around and takes out Chop, too. Classia goes back. Finally, Pluto's gone, but he's done more than enough to seal this round off. Classia drops the smoker. There's a couple more players in his vicinity. Has to be careful of lane. That's Swan at the op. Classia goes from behind. Swan's not ready. He trusted Shake a little too much, perhaps. And now it's a 3v2. Carpe Diem could pull this back. Thanks in large part to Classia. Now with Wiz moving up long, John, this round could flip on its head.
It very much could. You got 2 players for the Bad News Bears waiting at connector for a potential rotation from Carpe Diem. The thing is, because they're back here, Shake is by his lonesome on the site, and, well, that was the risk. Wiz finds the headshot, and now they have the ace site to themselves. Bad News Bears going to send 1 down long, 1 up short, and Classy is watching for that short player. You have to imagine Wiz is watching long, and indeed that is the case. He will be smoked off now, so he's going to have to play more passively. Momo around the corner, spots out the barrel of the gun, takes down Classy, and knows there's only 1 left, so he's going to toss that smoke onto the bomb, throw a flashbang to Dumpster, and Wiz, well, he's going to have to be careful to watch out for all these players, but he will not be able to clutch it out. Momo gets the headshot, and Carpe Diem fall in the round. The Bad News Bears with the defusal to tie things up at 5-5. And that is the first round victory for the Bad News Bears that Pluto has not been alive in at the end, but he certainly made his mark on this round.
Oh, yes, he has. And it was almost ripped away out of his hands, too. It would have been a blow to Pluto. Been like, come on, guys. I did all that and you still can't win the round? Classy doing a ton for Carpe Diem, but it's not enough to get another round on the board. 5-5 now, and Pistols out again for Carpe Diem. Last time they had these, they won the round. The Bad News Bears cannot rest on their laurels. They cannot sit back and be happy about this one. They still have a lot of work to do to be able to put this round in the bag. Well-timed Molotov stalls out that B push. Carpe Diem looking to be running for it, though. The Overpass train makes its cameo appearance, and we'll wait for this take to come through. Utility flying in, flashes, smokes, Molotovs, everything raining through. And Hex with a spam through the smoke takes out Momo. All right, Hex. And then Spongy does that. Okay. Just Hex gets lucky and then gets lucked on. Pluto's mowed down Walco. Bomb goes down. But actually holding this off is going to be another task. Spongy's got an angle through the smoke. Wiz and Classia doubled up. A jumping shot from Shake. Spongy will finish off Classia. That was a very interesting anti-half-buy for Bad News Bears. Bomb goes down, and it could have gotten messy, but luckily for the Bears, it doesn't.
Yeah, they closed it up pretty well. Did not was trying to save any utility there. They were just tossing it on forward. Flashbangs, Molotovs, whatever they had to ensure that Carpe Diem would not gain the edge, not to mention the triple peak towards Pit. So, yeah, good job by the Bad News Bears to ensure nothing crazy happened in that pistol round for Carpe Diem, and they gain the lead, now up 6-5. Carpe Diem are back onto their rifles, though, and they're already going to push 3 players into Monster. Good Molotov thrown by the Bad News Bears to force them back, not only from Monster, but from Water as well. Wiz, X, and Classia choose to go into construction. Momo waiting here. Good flashbang thrown. And Carpe Diem do manage to isolate him. Well, they expect the second they do, it's Classia with the 2K. And that's the 5v3 edge Carpe Diem we're hoping for. Now, they've got a lot of options because the A site could be rotated around towards, with the Bad News Bears heavily rotating to B.
Yeah, it's a good read from Bad News Bears, but a better one from Carpe Diem to start sending their players up towards A. Swan's going to have to be the lone guardian. While he does have the op, he has no utility. Actually, never mind, I was reading Shake's utility. Scratch that. Don't mind me. He's got a volley to smoke. So, actually, Swan could definitely do something to solo hold this, but he's even done more by spotting the shoulder of Classia. Wiz, however, responds in kind. Shake's already come up, though, on rotation. Pluto's going to be there as well. Walco takes out Pluto. And is Shake going to save this? I think he might just save this one, John. There's not really any chance for making a 1v4 happen, and well, money's not the best for the Bad News Bears. Everyone can buy next round, but surely you can always use the economic help you can get on the CT side. So I think Shake will just save in T-spawn, and Carpe Diem are going to tie things up to 6th.
Yeah, there really wasn't much of a path back into the bomb site, and Shake looking at the economy, realizing himself, Pluto and Momo are a little low. Better to have the A1S and be 100% confident that the utility can come through across the board than not have it and be more at risk. So Carpe Diem strike back, and we're tied once more in, honestly, a match that's so far delivering exactly as I would have expected it to, with so much on the line for both of these teams.
Yeah, all of this on the line, really, for confirmed playoffs for one team and a chance at playoffs for the other.
I think for Carpe Diem, you know, they have their fate in their own hands, right? They don't even have to think about it. Exactly. They don't even have to think about a 3-way tie if they win here. So, and the veto isn't exactly great for them, but being able to play on Overpass, which historically has been their best map, even though not as of late, but still is good for them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's bad for them either. I mean, they're still decent on Nuke, and they're a solid Inferno team, so it's not... Oh, boost up for Wiz. That's a nice one to put a pin in Swan. But Pluto's lurking around behind the smoke, John, and we know what he can do. We've seen it before many times. Shake's going to take the initiative, though, and he's going to win that duel against Tex, but takes so much damage. Pluto's just lurking. In comes Walco, spots him from behind, and the menace of Pluto has been eliminated. Nothing more he could do in this round. B&B also pushing through Monster here. It's a good read considering what Carpe Diem have done. and how much space they've got towards A. But I don't think it's going to come to anything at the end. It's going to be an A take from Carpe Diem, and Bad News Bears should book it because Sheikh Zula's a one-shot, and the Glock might even finish him off.
Yeah, Wiz has an opportunity to really tilt this round in the favor of Carpe Diem, but they could still fall off here. 40 seconds left, and they're going to have to do it now if they want to. Sheikh is going to try and line that one up, but Classia takes him down, and here comes the full-on A execute with that frag. Spongy popping around from Truck, spotted out, and Walco will finish him as well for his second frag on the round and 10th on the map. Momo, last one standing here. A 1v4, and I think he just wants to grab this off and get the heck out of here. Yep. That's exactly what is going to happen. Bad News Bears really want to get the big green back into the hands of Swan and try to get something going in this following round, which might not feature more than the AWP.
Yeah, it really might not. I mean, their loss bonus isn't going to be good. Momo and Sponge are going to be the only players with anything resembling money. It's going to be an interesting round here for the Bad News Bears and what they want to do, and what happens here, too, could just win Carpe Diem the half. East side half one on Overpass. Carpe Diem are going to love that moving forward. Going into the defensive end of things, the CT side more favored. Momo not going to save the op either. And well, that's definitely going to confirm a save from Bad News Bears, that's for sure. Got the first nice shot, but Carpe Diem are ready for it. Good trade back, and unfortunate there for Momo and company on the Bad News Bears.
Yeah, I think they could have invested into some P250s, perhaps Spongy and Momo dropping those for their teammates in this round if the op gets saved. But now without it, they just say, you know what, a couple of deagles, 2 flashbangs, that's it. That's all. Carpe Diem, good job on the hunt. They had the money to do it, and make no mistake. Bad News Bears charging into Monster. I don't mind this play. Classy would get overloaded very quickly. 3 players charging down towards him, and there he goes, down for the count. Does manage to get 1 before falling, and that will set up Hex potentially for more. No, Hex goes down, and so does Chop, and so does Wiz. Momo with 2-1, Deeks. It's Momo and Pluto putting on a show with the Deagles, and now Swan with the USB. What is Walco doing just jumping out like that, not even clearing the angle in the corner? Okay, Bad News Bears win the unlikeliest of rounds with so little invested. I think only something like $1,600 or $1,700. Carpe Diem just, oh man, that is one they want back.
Oh yeah, that's 2 times now. Twice they've lost to a deagle.
What?
Oh my! You can't be doing that. You can't
just
be
also
losing
Walco not
pistols.
clearing his corners.
Yeah, they're not ready for it, and then they go 1 by 1 when they do. It's small fundamentals that Carpe Diem are messing up on right now, and it's costing them heavily. And now, if they win the rifle round, they'll still be saved. Momo, what you doing, son?
What a weird round.
What is going on?
I don't know, but looks like Carpe Diem have control of this bomb site. Swan with the Kobe. Walco is dropped. Then he's going to toss an incendiary onto the bomb site. 1v3. A chance still. You know where he is. He's trying to hit that wall bang, but he can't connect just yet. Time ticking away. Does have the defuse kit and a couple of pieces of utility on his belt. Swan. Here and around, there's that flashbang. He's going to go, probably going to jump down with it, and he does. Takes a little bit of damage, and finally will go down. That's going to be the half, 8-7 in favor of Carpe Diem as we hit a break. right, we're back here, second half of action, and that first half was just the story of the eco rounds, right? Bad News Bears bringing it to Carpe Diem twice on their eco. Carpe Diem getting one eco round victory, but I mean, the one that came towards the latter part of the half was nutty for the Bad News Bears. I think the total investment was $2,000, 2 flashbangs and 2 deagles. That was it, and it was enough. The deagles doing so much damage. Classia was the one there in that pistol round, and then it was Pluto before that with a crazy 3K. But we're back in this, speaking of pistol rounds, into this first half of action. Chop gets the opener on Swan, and then Spongy finds the immediate trade. That could have been a lot more dangerous if Chop managed to peek around that corner and find a second, but ends up being pretty even. 4v4.
Yeah, if Chop gets another one there, it's a whole other story for the Bad News Bears. Not a good one either. But as it stands right now in a 4v4, they can still have a lot of space. In fact, more so now that there's only 4 players alive. They can work around however they want. They don't have con control, though, and that's Walco's. He's pushed up very deep, actually. So that's one less worry for Carpe Diem. What is Wiz looking at, though? Because, okay, he's playing so passive on A. He's watching for a bank push. They're expecting the A hit. Now, they've heard the sounds, they've heard the smokes and the utility. They're going to rotate in. But you have to wonder, maybe it would have been better to go for a peek, because 4 players posting up on the A side are not going to be easy to clear out. Pretty much everything Carpe Diem's doing is hinging on Walco's flank from Con, and Momo's ready for it. Momo's just watching. Excellent. The opener. Classia traded back. Wiz hasn't moved. Wiz still hasn't moved. It's like he hasn't left this position at all. And that's going to be his grave.
Yeah, Wiz with that passive play the entire round and didn't really want to peek out. Carpe Diem let the Bad News Bears take the site, and well, they could never get any progress made on back to it after the Bad News Bears planted that bomb. So tied up 8-8. Bad News Bears are going to bring out 3 Galeals and 2 Mac-10s, and Carpe Diem are not going to shy away from the force buy. Wiz going to save a little bit more than his teammates because he wants to make sure that op comes up in a couple of rounds, but still going to be 3 Deagles, the MP9, and the 5.7. Walco get some of that Deagle magic on his side, and he doesn't connect for anything. He actually takes a little bit of damage on his side, so now he's going to fall back and take a more passive hold towards that long A position.
We've seen the Deagle magic. We've seen these sorts of pistol rounds work. Once for Carpe and twice for the Bad News Bears. Will this be the second time for the Carpe Diem side? Would be a big boost for them in this best of 3. It would definitely help them out quite a bit. Walco starting to creep forward up long, too. Classia's timing could work out, but he gets chased back by Swan. Walco continues his steady move up long. In the meantime, Momo starting to aggress down Con, tosses the nade in. Wiz is here on site at map. Utility flooding in. Walco finally pops, and he gets himself a rifle upgrade. Now that's a big pickup. Wiz has fallen, though, on the site. In the smoke, Chop gets mowed down by Momo. Classia is moving from behind. Swan knows there's a couple players here on his backside, so he can't turn around. He can't go towards sight. And he's done a lot of damage on the first engagement. He goes back for more, though, and Walco will shut him down. 3v3 on the retake. And Hext is the one this time out towards jump up. Walco and Classia have to make this happen coming in from lane.
Here they come. They got the Galeals picked up off the ground. Gonna get that opener, and Classia finds it. Trade from Pluto, then Pluto gets one more on Classia right after Momo drops Hex, and that will be the round in favor of the Bad News Bears. Carpe Diem made it scary, and one thing's for sure, and that is that there's no sure thing in any round, and no matter whether it be pistols in Carpe Diem's hands or the Bad News Bears, these ecos have been very deadly, and I think given the way this has played out, we're likely going down to the wire unless one of these teams manages to cleanly shut out an eco round, which has not happened yet. Carpe Diem, 4 USPs, and the Deagle come through here, and they're going to be stacking towards long A, trying for this push. Pluto does go down after 2, but Swan manages to mop up Walco and Wiz, leaving only Classia, and Momo will finish him off. So there you go, a clean anti-eco coming through from the Bad News Bears. Whether that signals some momentum on their side is another story.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to signal too much momentum yet. This is where the Bad News Bears are going to run up against the wall. Carpe Diem have the op out on the CT side. That's going to be Wiz holding on to that. Rifles across the rest of the squad. Utility as well, aplenty. There is one thing, John. Oh, wait, are they going for the quad boost? They are going for the quad boost. Oh, Swan just slid off the top. He would have held his nerve a little bit longer. I think he would have caught the player coming in through heaven, but unfortunate there for Swan. Still a good idea from the Bad News Bears. One thing I want to note, though, Bad News Bears still technically have a very good chance of winning this map. If they win this round, Carpe Diem can deconstruct. They can fall flat. But Wiz has some other ideas, and Walco's fallen in con, though. He's gotten red very well, actually. He's gone aggressive again with it. Pluto's continuing to push forward. Wiz, though, from the tree, uses the trunk as cover. He'll be able to get that kill onto a very heavy hitter for the Bad News Bears. But if Bad News Bears can win this round somehow, or even if Bad News Bears are able to take this map, they win this series 2-0. I 100% say that if Bad News Bears come out of this with a victory, they're going to win Nuke, and pretty easily.
Not sure I share that confidence, but I think that the Bad News Bears will certainly have the edge. Whether they win really cleanly on Nuke is another story, because these teams are really evenly matched up, at least right now where they stand at this point in the season. Swan going to be walking through with the big green in his hands. That's the Bad News Bears looking to regain some space. It is a man disadvantage, 26 seconds left on the clock. They have the utility, but the hit has to come through right now. 20 seconds, and they're still biding their time. I mean, this is really bringing it down to the wire. And when that happens, well, you can't make any mistakes, and they do. Momo and Spongy go down. Only Swan left standing here, and he's just going to have to try and save the op, and he knows he's at risk. Falling back, it's tagged down to 32. Goes for the fight. Still trying to fall back. They're chasing. Connects on Hex. Time is now up. He won't have any loss bonus. Oh my goodness, and he lives. Carpe Diem knew what was at risk for Swan, but at the very least, he keeps the op into this next round as Carpe Diem pick up their first round in this second half.
Good round for Carpe Diem, and they don't take the op out of Swan's hands, but they take the wind out of the Bad News Bears' sails, more importantly.
Yeah.
Chop's going to have a FAMAS, plenty of utility, though. Although the FAMAS is, well, FAMAS. A couple of Galils for the Bad News Bears. They'll invest heavily back into this round. Hope that Swan can get something done with that op he saved. No real aggression, though, from Carpe Diem, and sometimes you'll see a lot of CT sides on Overpass go very aggressive. We saw Bad News Bears play for some pretty advanced angles. Wiz, though, going to play on top of the flower pot out long. It's a great angle to play on. A flash, yeah, you might blind him, but by the time he's unblinded, you're out in the open exposed, and the opper's posted on your position. Bad News Bears, though, taking their sweet time, working around towards Fountain. Maybe even have a bit of a picnic and party. They're going to make their move eventually. Heavy pressure towards A. Lots of presence here. And Wiz might even get himself something on the cross. This is a dangerous angle to play alone. His support's kind of going away from him out towards long. Wiz, you're going to have to hit this shot. You cannot miss one. You get the opper. Pluto's gone back, and that's why you want a friend there if you are Wiz, the opper, holding that angle with only the sniper rifle. If Walco's there, it's a 5v, probably a 5v3 or 5v2.
Thing is, do they expect Walco to be in this forward position? I don't think Pluto's going to clear this. He doesn't. Walco gets the freebie. That's the man advantage restored here for Carpe Diem. Molotov gets thrown right on top of Dicebox, so that will force Carpe Diem off the bomb site proper. You still have Walco who can sneak around from long. You have a rotation coming through likely from Connector. The Bad News Bears will have their hands full. Hex goes down to Momo to even things up at a 3v3, but the HP advantage lies in Carpe Diem's favor. 300 versus 221, and Momo doesn't care at all. He's going to take down Classy and then follow up with one on Chop. Only Walco left now. He does have a couple of very lit members in Momo and Spongy who he can easily take down, but he has to move forward to this bomb site and commit to it, and I don't think he's feeling it. He's going to back off here. The Bad News Bears will secure an 11th, and they might even find Walco here with Sheikh Zula pushed up and holding this angle towards long A, and he does indeed get that final frag. No save coming through for Carpe Diem, and the Bad News Bears reset their economy.
It's reset, and we'll go again here. Bad News Bears are starting to look very strong here on Overpass. It wasn't their map pick. And in fact, a little over a month ago, the last time these two teams met, it went the other direction. It was a 16-5 in the favor of Carpe Diem. Definitely not going to be a 16-5 now. But Bad News Bears, as we said in the pre-show, have been growing and getting better and better and better as a team. Pistol's out again. Deagle's looking for heads. The Deagles are not connecting yet, and Momo's opening up the first one. Shake's out on sight. Chop's only good for one. And Shake will dome Hex in the end. USP in heaven in the hands of Wiz. It's a dink. Nothing else. That's a little bit longer than I think Shake would have wanted there, and actually it's Wiz to get the kill. But, well, it won't be a clean anti-eco. Won't be a clean anti-half-buy. Still, 2 casualties.
Yeah, a couple of players go down. Shake honestly felt like he should have connected on that one a little bit sooner, but, well, the Galil has betrayed many before him, and it certainly did that to him there. Couldn't hit that spray. Walco going to peek around here. I don't know if he has that much to lose. Could try to get one more frag, but in the end, it looks like he's just going to... Well, he does peek around, but no one's going to be here. Yeah. Oh, actually, he can get a gun. There we go. AK picked up. Didn't realize that was there, so Walco will walk out of it with the AK-47, but the Bad News Bears, for the first time on this map, they've got a 3-round lead.
Yeah, Bad News Bears are steadily climbing. They're steadily working through this map, and they're getting ever closer to finishing this one with a victory in their favor, with Nuke coming up as map number 2, a map which they definitely love. They're 8-2 on it. They picked it for a reason. Timeout called, though. It's Carpe Diem calling this pause. They want to talk this over because they know there's not a lot of racetrack left on this map. It is a very good timeout. And they're taking good use of the features we have here. 4 timeouts for each team per map. 4 30-second timeouts. They're going to have to answer the call here. I'm wondering what Axt is going to say, too, the coach of Carpe Diem. If there's anything he's got, some words of wisdom, get his boys back into the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's still far from out of control here for Carpe Diem. They're back on their rifle buy-up. They've got an AWP, 3 A1Ss, and the AK save from the previous round. Wiz going for some aggression here. I kind of like it. He's all the way into construction. They're not going to expect him to be in this position should they decide to push around this smoke. And, well, Wiz, perhaps thinking better of it, decides, you know what, I'm just going to fall off. I didn't see anyone right away, and let's keep these 3 players on the B side proper. They do go for the boost. I'm not sure if Classy gets any information off of that. I didn't get a chance to peek at his viewpoint, but maybe they're going to try for it again and hop around to see if anyone is waiting here in construction. Yeah, there we go. Chop going to jump on Classy's head. Doesn't see anyone, but Spongy spots him, and that is going to be a big blow to Carpe Diem's defense here at the B site. 5v4. Bad News Bears know there's another person there as well, so they have the information. And you see Shake coming around. He's going to miss his shots, though. There we go, 4v4. He does connect enough to get Classy down to 15 HP, so I think that's going to convince the Bad News Bears to full-on go for this B site take. Smoke going to get tossed on forward. Momo drops Hex. And now Walco will get the response. Ludo goes down for the count. Wiz getting Momo. It's back and forth once more. Chaos. Wiz misses the flick. And Spongy finds himself this 3rd frag on the round. Walco, the last one standing again. This time in a bit of a more doable situation, though.
1v2 for Walco. No utility for him. A flash on each of the Bad News Bears players. He does have a kit, though, Walco. But he has to get past the op of Swan, and Spongy might even double up with him towards short. If he does, I think that's a great call. One can go out, and you're not going to expect the second. Doesn't matter, though, when Swan's trained on the angle. He's holding the line, and he will not be fooled. Swan picks up the last. Bad News Bears respond strongly. Carpe Diem use their timeout. It didn't work out for him. And now they're going to have to make their decision if they buy or save again. They've gone for an op on Walco.
They're going for it here, aren't they? Yeah.
They're halving it with an op. It's a hero op half by round, glass cannon AWP, because Walco has the spawn for Fountain.
Yeah, it is a gamble, but perhaps it'll work out. Walco had the position to get all the way towards party here. And oh no, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Walco could have gotten taken down from Party, but he realized the situation he was in. And he will fall back towards long A. Where is Wiz? Wiz is at short A, so Walco's got to do it here with the op. He won't be able to pass this off, and he misses his opening shot. The fact that he has no body armor, it means that he can't go for those aggressive engagements one after the other. Momo will end up spraying him down anyways. He tries to peek out from short bathrooms. And that will mean that the Bad News Bears have the advantage. There's an op on the ground, which I don't think they're really going to do much with. Maybe they'll try and throw it away at most.
Yeah, it's going to be what they're going to need to do. Although the Bad News Bears, they have 2 ups now. For now. Jake finally gets rid of it. That's good. You don't keep 2 ups if you're Bad News Bears, surely. They finally do get rid of the op.
No.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the clip going around where the guy throws the op, pushes back to A, and it lands on the B side in graffiti?
No.
Yeah, so you could actually throw it off down to B from graffiti, or from A site.
I need to see this clip now.
It's that bush that Shake just ran by. That bush, you throw the op over there.
Cool.
It'll land on B. It'll land on B.
I was not aware of that.
Right there, right in the shadow.
It makes so much sense. That's so cool. All right.
It wasn't intentional when the guy did it, but...
Well, now they know.
Yep. Now you know, folks.
Oh my goodness. Well, Bad News Bears, one thing they know is that they have full control of this half now. 14-9 in their favor. Carpe Diem, sure, it was a gamble for Wildco, but they will have enough money to get A1Ss pretty much across the board. Wildco might be shortchanged, but if I'm not mistaken, it should be full loss bonus. So we'll see after this one. After this timer has expired on the bomb, and yeah, it is full loss bonus. So they will all be able to buy up, no problem. It was a calculated risk done by Carpe Diem. The Bad News Bears are 2 rounds away from stealing Carpe Diem's map pick away from them, and the struggles on Overpass for them continue. That's Carpe Diem. It will be their 6th loss in a row here, a map they used to dominate against the top teams in Challenger League.
Yeah, this would be a very big blow to Carpe Diem too, knowing the rest of the veto. Because the deeper this gets, the better it gets for the Bad News Bears. So for Carpe Diem, this was their opportunity to get out of the gate fast and give themselves an advantage, and it's quickly slipping out of their hands. In fact, Bad News Bears have really stabilized well and have continued to move forward. Pluto was the main catalyst in the early going, but then Momo started stepping up, Shake and Swan also finding those kills. Swan's been a solid opera right now for the Bad News Bears, finding the kills he needs to. Of course, Momo and Pluto doing the bulk of the work. Classy, though, gets Shake on the entry towards B. Hex eliminates Momo, and maybe now this is the time for Carpe Diem to grab double digits. Hex still towards short, and Pluto's on a very late flank. Spongy walks in, but Hex has his number. Wiz kills Swan from heaven. Pluto's in a 1v5. He gets dinked on his first engagement. And, well, he's running around, and I don't know what he's going to be able to do here. Maybe try and just go for the catches Classics with the smoke out this rotation. I think he's just going for economic damage at this point.
He's just going to take fights. I mean, they have the money. He doesn't want to lose his loss bonus. So, yeah, he tries to take a fight. We'll go down to Classia, and that will be that. Carpe Diem. Get into double digits in a very clean manner. That's the best round I think they've had so far in this second half. Just shutting down the Bad News Bears at every turn. Yeah, what's that?
I'm just agreeing with you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it was very solid for them. And now the lead looks a little less daunting, but the Bad News Bears have built up the bank. That means they're going to have a full-on buy-up once more, and Carpe Diem's going to have to bring it to them for a second consecutive round. They do have 2 AKs to bolster them up a little bit this time around. 2 A1Ss in the op. Next in Classia, waiting here. As yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, Pluto and Momo have been doing the bulk of the work, as has been the case throughout this season. But just, I mean, if Pluto is not here in this match, Carpe Diem never loses control of it. I mean, he was the one that wrestled it out of their hands with those 3 Deagle headshots, and then afterwards clutching it for a second consecutive round. So, you know, the Bad News Bears have Pluto to thank for putting them in this position. There's no doubt. And even the players that weren't as, didn't stand out as much in the first half, such as Spongy, came through here with critical rounds. Spongy with that 3K, if you recall, on the B side take.
Yeah, Spongy, he's had his moments, but he hasn't been called on too much to do everything for the Bad News Bears. It's still Pluto and Momo doing the most of it.
Yeah.
And now Wiz has won that second duel in a row against Swan. That could become a problem as we get down to the dying embers of this first map. Carpe Diem have not gone quietly into the night just yet. There's still enough time to even win this one in regulation for them. Remember, it was 5-0 for Carpe Diem at one point on this map. And it slipped away from them. Momo, though, catches Walko walking in. Wiz has a lot more work to do. Chop's holding. The bomb can be recovered and taken down towards B. The rotations are coming back from Carpe Diem. They're expecting this hit. The utility flying in on towards the site. The nade goes out. And it will not connect. Oh, that's a duel Pluto needs to win. He continues spraying, but Classia and Wiz will mop them up. Time, it's gone. Hext is there. Shake is out. He's saving the op. Carpe Diem, 3 rounds in a row. Don't call it a comeback yet. They're starting to make a case for it.
Yeah, the bad news Bears just waited way too long to go for their execute, and Pluto with an uncharacteristically rough spray coming through there. So, even Pluto says off rounds. The bad news Bears still have enough money to get almost a full-on buy-up. They have to settle for a Galil in Sheikh Zula's hands, but everyone else with exactly what they could be looking for. It's going to be 2 AKs. Excuse me, there's another Galil. Say that. 2 Galils, 2 AKs for Pluto and Momo, and Swan with the op. He will walk through some utility and go down to 60 HP. Walko is going to have an engagement here over in Connector, and he loses that to Momo. Hex, another important one against Swan. Swan's lined up for the shot. Hex needs to be careful. They have to throw a flashbang or something. No, he dry peeks it. Oh no, 5v3 in favor of the bad news Bears. Chop, Wiz, and Classia have to hold on to the fort here, but the problem is they only have 1 player at the B site, so Classia is going to have to carry the load.
Classia's got to do it all. There's probably a Molotov ready for him. Yeah, Shake's got the Molotov, so they could molly toxic barrels if they have to. But Classia just peeks out. He's going to get run down. Finally.
Oh, wait. No.
The nade bounces off the front of the barrels. It doesn't take out Classia. It takes out Spongy instead. It has been rectified, but now it's a 2v3. Look where Pluto is. He's clearing up towards A. He's got all the space he needs. Wiz, though, with the op. Wary somebody could be up on this site. But no set of bomb. Carpe Diem. They're aware now that it will be an A take. Wiz walks in. Pluto hits the dirt. Shake charges to site, but he has to be careful. Now the rotation's been red. And the moves have been made. Carpe Diem 1 step ahead. They're looking for checkmate. Chop doesn't clear it. And Swan with the op. Not the gun you want in this situation. Not the time you want either. It's only a matter of time before it's 14-12. And Carpe Diem continue to battle it back. Swan got 1 more there in the end, but it's just bad news Bears are starting to fall a little flat here.
That was a 5v3. That was a 5v3 for the bad news Bears, and they whiffed the nade. It led to a TK, and then I think another frag came through from Classia after that, or almost, right? He did a lot of damage, and jeez. I mean, that is just so rough for them. And afterwards, Carpe Diem read the rotation and deal all the damage. So they pick up a 12th. The bad news Bears, I mean, they had a chance to put a stranglehold here. Now they're on to pistols. They're trying to charge it to the B site. And Carpe Diem said, okay, thank you very much. We'll take that round victory in less than 20 seconds. 13th round on the board for them. This was 14-9 for the bad news Bears in full control. I was already writing off Carpe Diem, but I really shouldn't have, because they are back into this one in a very big way. 1 round away from tying things up and sending this the distance. Oof. It almost went away from what I was expecting, Austin, but we're back to this very tightly contested Counter-Strike between both of these squads.
It's incredibly contested, and for a while there it looked like the bad news Bears were going to run away with the map. But Carpe Diem flipped their switch. They got back into the winning ways. Bad news Bears have yet to counter, but here comes Momo. He's got 1 of the 2 players still around. Make it 3! Momo looking for 30! And Wiz has a USP out in hand now. It's a 2v5, which turns into a 2v4. But unlike the last round, I don't think this one's going back the way of Carpe Diem. It had better not go the way of Carpe Diem for the sake of the bad news Bears mental. Because if it does, if it is stolen away, that would certainly just completely torpedo anything bad news Bears had going for them. What a play by Momo,
Why?
though. Getting gifted 1v1s, too.
I just don't understand that play by Carpe Diem, sending 3 players peeking in towards connector pretty much one at a time. And I mean, admittedly, nice shots from Momo, but that was sloppy from them. They didn't have to go that aggressive. He could have accepted one casualty, then fallen back, taken more passive positioning. Instead, they walk out into their deaths. So now Carpe Diem, despite the fact they've played some really good Counter-Strike over the last 4 rounds, this one not so much. Bad news Bears at least secure overtime here with a 15th round victory. And Carpe Diem will have enough money to buy up without much of a problem. That said, the Bad News Bears could close it out right here, right now. Let's see if they've got what it takes. 2 AKs, an A1S, a Galil, and an AWP is what they'll be bringing forward, along with full-on utility. Chop immediately throws the monster smoke from CT spawn, and that's going to land exactly where he wants it to. Whereas Momo is going to take that space he took in the previous round, led to 3 frags. This time, though, Carpe Diem are not going to send 3 players into his crosshair. They play it more passively as they should have previously. Jake is going to get naded down to 80 HP. Momo smoking off that door. Ooh, some spam here. Not going to connect. Ends up hitting the door. And Momo doesn't have much to worry about. He's actually jumped to the top of the scoreboard. He's had a heck of a second half for the Bad News Bears. Spongy spamming, connects on Classia, but Hex gets the insta trade.
Still, 4v4 favors the T's. So Spongy did his job. Got it down to only 4 players of Carpe Diem. They're going to rotate down towards the weakened side of B. A little utility chuck towards A. A rotation down connector on the cards. Shake still flirting with Disaster out towards lane. He'll dive in Con, join up with Momo, and start to work towards B. Hex keeping an eye on things up short. And Chop is around the area. Little crossfire here in this 2-2 split from Carpe Diem. Plenty of utility, though, for the Bad News Bears, and they're going to march through Monster. Hex is going back and forth, might be settling on this Monster. Take it's flashed in, jump peeks it, spots a leg. Surely a rotation comes down in the form of Wiz, but Hex is demolished. That's Momo again. He hits the 30 bomb. Bad News Bears scaling on towards side. Walco fast down Con, but is it fast enough? Momo's watching for it. Make it 31. Wiz strikes blind and chops around the smoke, but Swan's got a no-scope. It's down to Wiz v Swan and Momo. Wiz drops down, takes a shot, but the time is low. Swan has the stick. He's holding and praying. Momo's behind the smoke, as is Swan. Shot does not connect from Wiz, and he's looking to make some magic happen. USP in hand. Does some damage. Not a kill just yet. And it's Momo. 32 kills. And Bad News Bears will steal away Overpass. We're going to hit that break and come back with map number 2.